Hi everyone, welcome to Infinite Women. I'm Allison, and today we're talking about two women who parachuted their way into history. French balloonist and parachutist Jeanne Geneviève Garnerin was the first to ascend solo and the first woman to make a parachute descent, which she did in a gondola from an altitude of 900 meters, or around 3,000 feet, on 12 October 1799. This was less than a year after her first flight on 10 November 1798, when she became one of the earliest women to take to the skies in a balloon. The year before, she had watched André-Jacques Garnerin's first hydrogen balloon flight on 22 October 1797. Fascinated, she made his acquaintance and became his pupil, and just in case you couldn't guess from the matching last names, later his wife and professional partner. Although she is sometimes credited as the first woman to fly in a balloon, she was a few months behind Citoyenne Henri on 8 July 1798, and more than a decade after Élisabeth Thible made a free flight in 1784. The Garnerins performed many public demonstrations, including touring England in 1802, and one of her parachute descents was estimated at a height of 8,000 feet, or over 2,400 meters. Meanwhile, Käthe Paulus was using parachutes long before she invented the compact foldable version that would become the standard. As a balloonist and aerial acrobat, she made the literal and figurative leap from sewing balloons and parachutes to using them in 1893 when she was 24. Less than a year later, however, Herman Lateman, her partner in both life and performing, died when his parachute failed. It is little wonder that, having watched him fall to his death, she had a nervous breakdown and fell into depression. Only a year later, their 4-year-old son died of diphtheria, exacerbating her condition. Paulus, not surprisingly, became obsessed with the equipment failure that had killed the man she loved. Encouraged by letters from fans, Paulus did eventually return to performing, developing her own aerial acrobatic show and taking it around the world to international acclaim. She would ascend in a balloon 516 times and complete 147 parachute jumps, but all the while, Lateman's death continued to haunt her. So she decided to make a better version. At the time, parachutes took up significant space and their lines twisted easily in the wind. Paulus created a system of carefully folding a parachute while carrying lines fastened directly to the fabric. When a jumper triggered the release mechanism, the whole thing would unfold more safely and reliably. After the start of World War I, Paulus retired from performing and patented her parachute in 1915. Today, a plaque marks the Berlin house that she shared with her mother at Gotthardstrasse 105, where the two women produced hundreds of parachutes. By 1916, the Prussian Ministry of War had recognized the value of Paulus's work, ordering 7,000 parachutes, as well as employing Paulus as an expert to advise German balloon reconnaissance troops. She hired seamstresses to help fill the order, but reportedly cut each individual parachute herself. Join us next time on Infinite Women, and remember, well-behaved women rarely make history.